Good evening, guys. I hope everyone is able to hear me and you are able to watch my screen. Right. So, any doubts on last session? What we have discussed about data loading? We have done the data loading, right? And also have given some assignment. Have you received the files? Any issues are there in the files receiving, like grades, jobs? We have discussed, right? Hmm. Fine. So now we are talking about how we are going to prepare an resume. I'll just explain you the process, how we are going to prepare a resume. So the resume preparation, what we have got training here in Oracle Fusion HCM, like we'll see that Oracle Fusion HCM functional, we are suitable, and we can go for Oracle Fusion HCM techno-functional. You can apply in both the ways. Okay. And in fact, we are comfortable with pure technical also, but they may expect some SQL things, queries, tables, joins. This they can be expected. Here it is. Okay. So when we go for, we are basically learned last 45 days or 50 days. Mainly we have discussed about the functional part and in fact some technical issues. Same thing we'll explain in the interview also. I'm basically 100% functional consultant and also 100% technical consultant in the SaaS environment. When we say we are working for cloud SaaS environment, we can say that we are flexible with functional and technical. Then they may ask you, tell me functional, what are the modules you are comfortable, global HR and payroll, right? And options management, and talent management, talent management. This. And what about technical side? Uh, Technical side, what about your comfortability in Fusion HCM, right? And technical side, we can say data loading, HTL, extractions, and BA reports, and OTBA reports. For BA and OTBA, one Oracle video I have shared. If you are not received, contact Naresh. We can show you that view. That will be more comfortable. Should we tell payroll for? It's a payroll. I'll tell you. So this is the technical syllabus and functional. Generally, they'll ask us uh, it will ask us like what are the things we are doing it, right? right? Then technical syllabus, you can say that you are flexible with this. Yes. And generally, what we'll do is what is your experience in the project? Which country you have implemented the Fusion HCM, all this, right? So when we say we worked as an Fusion applications, HCM, human capital management, better to say that we have involved. Yes, Shunil. Yes, compensation benefits is next level. We'll discuss that. That is the next level training, compensation, time and labor, and benefits. Yes. Okay. So now the thing is like what we are trying to do here is whatever the projects you said, like uh, which country you have implemented. Okay. So we can say that we have implemented this for, it's implemented for the people of that, like UAE, that is Middle East countries and UK, Middle East countries. For example, if we say we have implemented Fusion applications for Dubai client, okay, so then you should be clear with that particular one. You should be clear particular fusion country, whatever you are implementing. Let's say global HR, we don't find. Like, what are the things we have to be clear about that legislation? Like which currency that they are using, and what about legal entities? They'll ask you how many legal entities. Like I'll talk to you about global HR point of view. Tell me which client you have implemented. I said like we have implemented the things for Bukaka client. Let's say in Bukaka client, how we have done this. Like how many legal entities? We can say 5 legal entities. And how about business units? We can say that 20 business units. Let's say jobs, how many jobs are there? How many positions are there? Like we can say around some 40 jobs and positions. These all they'll ask us. Right. So when you are going for this, that in global HR point of view, they will ask here. Okay. Then which employment model you have implemented? Two-tier employment model or three-tier employment model? Two-tier, we can say multiple assignments. Right. Then, okay, that is fine. And how about the next level approvals. Have you implemented this? It is like implementation of the approval process. Have you done it? Is like okay. Then what about trees? We can say that we have created department trees and used in the data roles, security profiles to hide the data, So they'll ask you where exactly you have implemented the securities, like all this, right? Data roles only security, right? So this all comes here. In the roles point of view, they'll ask you, have you created any roles? Yes, we have created data roles. Data role means indirectly you have used the job role with security profiles. Job role with security profile. So that we have done. So that way we will explain it. Okay. So then they'll ask you the next. I'm talking about first module, global HR. Like one enterprise, you can say five legal entities and five or six, whatever it is. Like then they'll ask you what is the difference between uh, LDR, LRU, and another one is legal reporting unit. Another one is what that, right? What is that another one? We have forgot. Hmm. Legal reporting unit we have already discussed. Another one is legal employer or something, somewhat. LDC, no, no, not LDC. Legal entity only. TRU, LRU and TR, LRU and TR. Both are legal entities only, right? LRU is a legal entity. Tax reporting also is a legal entity. So both are legal entities. Indirectly, it is legal entities, right? Right. So that's how it will work. Then after that, they will legal reporting unit we have discussed, right? Legal reporting unit is nothing but where the company is legally registered and registered as a unit, right? Legally reported and registered. Here it is, right? And tax reporting unit. What is meant by tax reporting unit? If the company is going to accept the tax related elements, right? So tax related elements here, then it's going to be used. Okay, so that, and they'll ask you, have you created the legislative data group? Yes, we will be creating legislative data group. Can we have either one LDC or multiple LDCs? One country, one LDC. Better to say that in my project, one LDC is there. That is. So regarding the global HR, the question comes from the interviewer is, from the global HR point of view, what both are different, Vikram. The legal reporting unit, tax reporting unit. Legal reporting unit is basically like if you say service tax, these all are legally you have to register. Tax reporting unit is used in the payroll. We don't use legal reporting unit in the payroll. That is only used in the global HR. Make sure that it is report. This particular legal entity is registered with the legal authorities. It is registered with the legal authorities. Okay. So when we talk about the legislature tax reporting unit, that we will be using at the time of hiring an employee. At the time of hiring an employee. Next, they'll ask you like what exactly you're done in global HR. You are telling that you have 2 years of experience or 3 years of experience in fusion applications. What exactly you have done in global HR? So the answer is very simple. We have implemented global HR module to the client, where I have involved in the enterprise structure configuration. I have created the enterprise and also have configured the legal entities and worked with the business units, jobs, and as well as having positions and also working with the grades. This all work structure I have done. We have used these words. We have to use these words like work structures, workforce, enterprise structure, legislative data groups. These all words we have to use. And also you have to say that I have involved in the data loading of HDL by using the HDL process. Okay. Okay. So after that, we will go ahead with the next step. So what is the next step we have done in global HR? We worked with the security and I have defined security profiles. As there are 8 security profiles, I have involved in the defining of uh, data roles with organization security profiling. As I told the last session also, Fusion HCM security. So you have to go through the PDF because they'll ask you, tell me one data role which you have created for the requirement. We can say that department wise client wanted to hide the data for a particular it is. Okay. Just 1 second. Okay. So then they'll ask us like whatever we have explained, the reason is like why you have created the data role, what is the requirement. So the requirement for the client is the client wanted to hide the data. That's why I created data role. How will you hide the data? By using security profiles. What security profile you have applied? I have used organization security profile by using the department as a classification. By using the department as a classification, and I've, like the moment when you start explaining the words, like you are telling that I have used data role, and then in the data role I have used security profiles. In the security profile I have used again organization security profile, and then I'm telling that organization classification, because indirectly you are explaining each and every, right, each and every point of that particular thing, right? manage organization. So that interviewer will come to know you are very much familiar with the task. So manage organization security profile. You will say that you will be working here. It is classification, and then I've used some exclusion and inclusion of the department. That's where we have to explain. Okay. Okay. So because when I go for this option here, we can see a lot of other things. Yes, Satya. Security profiles is purely that. What data you want to show to your users, what data you want to hide. That is the main security profile. Security is two things. One is function security, another one is data security. Function security is nothing but what are the functions you wanted to show to your user. Functions are nothing but a tasks. Functions are nothing but a tasks. Okay. So whenever we are working here, we wanted to hide some of the functions. Then what we have to do? Job role we have to customize. We have to customize the job role. So what job role contains? Duty roles, right? One duty role is nothing but, see, the client says that I want to assign this job role to the user, but this job role has got number of number of functions, nothing but duties. I wanted to hide some of the things. Then this job role you have to customize. So that you can go for hide or display the particular duty role or functionality. That is a function security, means accessing that. But again, when you go to this particular action or task, okay, so what data you would like to show and what data you would like to go for hide, what data you would like to show and what data you would like to hide. That's a data security. That is a data security. Data security happened by using the security profiles, right? By using the security profiles. The purpose of security profile is data hiding. What level you want to hide the data? Country wise you want to hide, organization wise you want to hide, and organization means department or business unit, person wise, position wise, how you would like to do it. So that way it's going to work. That's way it's going to work. Okay. So that's called security. So So we can say that we have done it is all. Yeah. Any doubts on global HR? So that's a security problem. So finally, what we are telling to the interviewer in the interview, like in global HR, I have implemented enterprise structure and as well as work structure. Then we have talked about security. Then we have talked about approval hierarchy. We can say that I configured the approvals then, and approvals like position approvals and department hierarchy, management hierarchy. This we can say that. And then we will go for having other things like what we will discuss. Mass updates we have applied, like employee transfers and terminations, this all, and employee letters, this. Okay. And three very important questions. What is that? Checklist. What is checklist? And what is area of responsibility? And what about letters generation? We can also say that I'm involved in the letters generation is basically BA report. So letters generation is like offer letters, service letters. Okay, letters of generation, this we are going to. Document of records. These three are key. I'll prepare one demo for these three things. Checklist and area of responsibility, document of records. I'll post it in YouTube, like I'll share it to our guys. You can go ahead, no problem. Because I'm also checklist. I think theoretically we can discuss, but let it me go ahead with. But important, at least theoretically, we have to be clear. What is checklist? What it is area of responsibility and document of records from the global HR point of view. And then definitely there will be questions about worker number and person number, right? Worker number and person number generations, user ID preparations, right? Right. That's about global HR point of. Yeah, assignment number also they'll ask you, like when you create an employee, assignment will be created. Two tier we discussed, right? Right. That's the first module, global HR. Yeah, Vikram, when you are working with grade ladder, what is grade ladder? Grade ladder is nothing but sequence of the grades. Once you create your grades, you are going to group that and you will mention the sequence of the grade, right? And there you are mentioning the rate, grade rate, not only in grade ladder, in the grades also you are mentioning. Whenever the rate is nothing but amount, salary, right? Pay components like salary, bonus. Whenever the amount comes into the picture, then definitely there will be a legislative data group. LDG is basically to capture all your uh, amount related, payroll related information. Payroll is nothing but amount, right? So that comes under the LDC. Yes, Madhu, we have the unified methodology documents we have to follow. OEM methodology, Oracle unified methodology, Oracle unified methodology documents we have to follow it. In Oracle applications, we used to have A methodology. Now we have OEM methodology, right? A methodology, this is, and this is OEM methodology. OEM document name, inception phase, elaboration, construction phase here. Like we can see that MD70, DS140, this. I can say this copy image and paste it. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Then any other questions we can say that's a global HR point of view. That's enough. Whatever. Anyway, it's recording. I'll share with all your Gmail IDs. Okay. So that's first one, global HR. Second one, what we are talking about is a payroll module. Payroll module I have to take up because payroll module in the interviews, what I am telling is like we have implemented the payroll, but still it was in under the process of this. That's not fully done. Only one project I have involved in the payroll like that. Because in the payroll we could not find much requirement so far. It is, but whatever we say, like in payroll, what we have done, they will ask you what you have done in the payroll. So we can say in the payroll module, I have configured the legislative data groups and tax reporting units. After that, I worked with consolidation groups and payroll definition. In the payroll definition, I worked with offset details and payroll definition. We are comfortable with elements, element classifications. This way we have to explain it. Okay, so that's we have to explain over there. It is. That's a payroll module. So overall explanation I am giving, right? Each module wise. When we take up that next, most probably tomorrow also we'll have a session. Same time we'll discuss again. It is. We'll inform you everyone. Okay. And then we will talk about right. We are talking about options management. So what you have done in options management module? So in options management, we worked with in options management. We have done the accrual plans, and after that, see the moment when the question comes, immediately you have to say what you have done in options management. I gathered the requirement for the client. I defined the vacation plans. I worked with the derived factor. After that, I've worked with eligibility profiles. I've configured, then accrual periods, then plan types. Whereas in plan types, I'm comfortable and working with all like options, plan types, and enrollment rules, termination rules, and then this all things like this all we'll be doing. That's why you can do it. Okay. Next, how we can migrate customizations from one instance to another instance. Yeah, Madhu, payrolls are different from one country to another country. We can say that UAE payroll and as well as UK payroll. That's better. We have to prepare for that. I'll share some documents payroll related. Right. Migrating from one instance to another instance is like import export. We have Oracle, Fusion, HCM, migrate from one instance to another. It's a general search only, like because it's an ocean. Uh, we have to see, like after learning a lot of things, will be still how importing and exporting the setup data. How you can import and it is strongly recommended use this method for data export and import to ensure migration. Implementation project import and exporting things. Configuration packages. Here we'll see that. Okay, fine. So then in options management, like the questions when it comes to options management, what I have faced is what fast formula you have customized. Then we whatever we have explained that you can explain. They'll ask us what are the types of options plans we have and types of options patterns, types of options patterns. What are the accrual methods we have? We have incremental and uploaded, right? What is the difference between these two? What is uh, what is meant by vesting period, right? And where do you integrate with payroll? Payroll module, there is a checkbox, right? In options plans, there is a checkbox integrating with the payroll module where we have to give the options element. We have to provide options element that we have to right, right. So that's next. How to mm, how to assign options plans to the employees. We have to run the process, right? We have to explain how the plans, how the options can be applied. Means how the employee can apply the leaves for this. This all they'll ask you in options management model. So that's from options management module. Okay. So next, talent management. They'll ask you what exactly you have done. Profile management. So what you have done in profile? I created content types. You have to say custom content types. Content types we have captured, created to configure for the client, and we have prepared the template. Template is basically to capture the information. Based on that, we will be profile management, and also job templates like we'll be using we can say that content types are created to capture the goals result or outcome, so that they'll come to know that okay, you have some idea how you can integrate with profile management with goals management. Like goal management, what you have done, so you can say goal plan creation, goals loading, like this. So last interview they have asked me in the goal management, uh, I have already goals, 500 goals in my goal library. I don't want that goals. I would like to go for disable it. Okay, so they have disabled. They wanted to disable it. Okay, so how will you do it? We'll use spreadsheet data loader, right? By using the spreadsheet data loader, we can update that records. By using that, we can apply. That's the answer. And then goals, once you assign it, can you delete the goals? Can you delete the goals or not? Is it possible or not? Okay, another question is like goal is assigned, same goal again published. What happened? So one goal is already assigned to the employee, same goal is published. If I am going to accept that, will it work or not? Already goal is there, right? If already goal is there in your goal list, again one more goal is going to be there, then will the system will allow the duplicate goals? Some manager has already assigned it and it's available, right? This way, how it will work here. Okay, so that's you have to prepare. Next, uh, the another important question is like that's a generic question in the performance management. I want to conduct one survey. How will you do that? Conducting the survey is possible, right? That's basically by using the questionnaire. Last time we have used one questionnaire section, right? By using the questionnaire section, we can configure the questions, and that's nothing but a conducting of the survey, right? That's you are asking your employees to select the options yes or no, these all options, right? So that's called survey, how it can be collected. So that way we can say it. Questionnaire section in the performance management. No, Madhu, it won't allow. It won't allow. Only the goal whichever is assigned already, it will be there, that will work. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, Sunil, you can say that your role is a functional consultant mainly, and also technical. In the cloud environment, I got an opportunity to work both functional and technical. Then they may ask you, what is your major role? Major role, we can say functional, because most of the work what we have done is a functional, right? So that's we can say that as our major role. Okay. And where we can check person profile type in my portrait. Now, my portrait, right? Yeah. Person profile type you have to configure. You have to configure from there, and then it will be verified from the. It will be verified from skills and qualifications. Okay, fine. So let's go for this, guys. Yeah. I'll take it some more questions tomorrow also. Yeah, tomorrow we'll take it because some people thought that it is possible tomorrow. So anyway, tomorrow also same time, and meeting ID will be same. We'll discuss, and regular 7:30 batch will take up extractions on Monday. Monday we'll take up the extractions. We'll talk about the extractions and BA reports. I think Naresh has already shared this. Okay. Thank you.